Hey there, it's Ashley from St. Louis Ashtanga Yoga. So today I wanted to take you through a little bit more of the Ashtanga Yoga primary series, and let's flow together a little bit today. If at any point in time you're wondering, gosh, I wish there was another variation for this posture, be sure to check out my videos on each of the individual postures where I break them down. And if that video is not available yet, it'll be coming soon. So let's get started at the top of our mat in Samastitihi. Standing tall, inhale, take your arms up overhead. If you can bring your hands together, press them together. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog. Exhale, find downward dog. Take your hips up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees if you need to. Breathe here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, step or jump forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, take the arms up all the way. And exhale, back to start. Samastitihi. Let's repeat that again. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down. Inhale, come into your back bend. And exhale, find downward dog. 5 steady breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, step, jump, walk forward, take your gaze up, exhale, bow. Inhale, take the arms all the way up overhead, and exhale, back to start. Samastitihi. Let's repeat this one more time. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, go back. Lower down. Inhale, find your back bend. And exhale, push it back. Downward facing dog. 5 steady breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come forward and take your gaze up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Sun Salutation B. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, bend your knees. Take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, go back, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for downward dog. Spin the back foot out. Bring your right leg forward. Take your arms up. Warrior 1, right side. Exhale to plant the hands. Step the right leg back and lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for downward dog. Spin the right foot out, bring the left foot forward. Take the arms up. Warrior 1, left side. Exhale to plant the hands and lower down. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for downward dog. 5 steady breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come forward, take your gaze up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, bend the knees, take the arms up. Exhale, back to start. Samastitihi. Again, inhale, bend the knees, take the arms up, coming through Utkatasana, uneven pose, chair pose. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to take your gaze up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for downward dog. Right leg's coming forward. Inhale, take the arms up. Warrior one. Plant the hands. Exhale, go back, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for down dog. Left leg's coming forward. Inhale, take the arms up. Warrior one, left side. Exhale, plant the hands. Step that leg back, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for down dog. Find your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come forward, gaze up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, bend the knees, take the arms up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Last one. Inhale, bend your knees, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, go back, lower down. Remember, you can bend your knees and bring them to the floor for chaturanga if you need to. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing. Right leg is gonna come forward. Inhale, take the arms up. Warrior one, right side. Exhale, plant the hands, step the legs back, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for downward dog. Left leg's coming forward this time. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands. Go back, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale. 5 steady breaths here in downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come forward and take your gaze up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, bend the knees, take the arms up, and exhale, Samastitihi. Let's move into standing. Padangustasana and Padahastasana. Inhale, take your feet about hip width distance apart. Exhale, fold forward, catch your big toes. Bend your knees if you need to. And exhale, bow, bring your torso in towards your thighs. Hug your elbows towards your legs. Breathe here, gaze towards the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, take your gaze up. Padahastasana. Bring your hands under the feet. And then exhale to fold again. See if you can press into your toes. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, take the gaze up. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing and Samastitihi. Uttita Trikonasana, triangle posture. We're gonna step to the right. If you're going to use a block, grab that. Exhale, go ahead and come down with your right arm, catch somewhere along the leg, or maybe you're catching the big toe. Extend the left arm up, gaze towards the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale, other side. Taking that left arm down and gazing up to the right hand. Breathe here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Reverse. We're taking the left arm down, inside, on top of, or outside of that right foot. Strong legs. Rotate your body. Take that left arm up. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale, reverse, other side, taking that right arm down, finding your hand position, rotate, and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up, and exhale, top of our mat, Samastitihi. Uttita Parsvottanasana, side angle. We're going to step a little wider than we did for triangle. Exhale, bend the knee. Take the right arm, forearm resting on your thigh, or you can reach it to the floor. If you can't reach behind the foot, do that. Or reach your left arm overhead. Roll your chest open and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up, strong legs. Exhale, come on down, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up, reverse position. Maybe you drop the knee down, hook that elbow outside, and stay in a prayer. Maybe you lift that foot. Maybe that other arm reaches to the floor. Back heel spins down and you extend the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale, reverse your version of the twist on this side. Work the steps. Take what you need. Any of these places is a beautiful place to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up, and exhale, Samastitihi, top of our mat. Prasarita Kodottanasana. We're going to step wide, facing the long edge of our mat. Catch your waist. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands in between your feet, take your gaze up. Exhale, bring the head towards the floor and breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale. Inhale, come up to stand. B. Inhale, take your arms out to the side. Exhale, take your waist. Take an inhale and exhale, fold. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another and breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. C. Inhale, take your arms to the side. Exhale, interlace the fingers, clasp the hands behind you. Exhale, fold. Let gravity help stretch your arms towards the floor. If your shoulders are really tight, you can grab a towel and hold that so that your hands are about shoulder width distance apart. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. D, take your waist. Exhale, catch your big toes or somewhere else along your legs. Head is up, inhale, and then exhale to bow again. Head reaches towards the floor. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to take the gaze up. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. And Samastitihi, top of your mat. Parsvottanasana. Hands are going to come into a reverse prayer or catch opposite elbows or wrists. Step towards the back of your mat. And as you exhale, fold over that right leg. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale, pivot the feet. Turn to face the front. And bow over that left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. And exhale, Samastitihi, top of your mat. Utthita Hasta Parinustasana, balancing posture. Inhale, you're going to catch your big toe, or you can catch around the outside of the thigh. So choose what works for you. Exhale, bow if you're able. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale, take your leg to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bow. Catch your waist. Balance here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Left side, catching around the left leg or that big toe again. Extend your leg, maybe bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up if you're down. Exhale, take it to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bow. Catch your waist. Balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, our first half lotus. Go ahead and take what version you're working on. If you've got that half lotus, bring that heel up towards the navel. Drop the foot into its crease. Maybe you're working on opening up here. Maybe you can catch that foot and fold forward. Breathe where you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to gaze up if your head is down. Exhale there. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, release your leg. Other side, left leg, your version of that half lotus. Maybe you're finding that bind, and perhaps you are folding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to gaze up. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. And exhale to release your legs. Samastitihi. We're going to take a vinyasa to the next posture, Utkatasana. So inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down. Inhale, find your back bend. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step or jump forward. Bend your knees. Take your arms up and find Utkatasana. 1, 2, 3. Sink back into your hips. 4 and 5. Plant the hands and go back. Lower down. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for downward dog. From here, Virabhadrasana, warrior 1. Step that right leg forward, back heel spin down. Equal weight through the legs. Take the arms up. Take the gaze up. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pivot the feet. Turn to face the back of the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open up for warrior 2. Gaze towards your fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pivot the feet. Turn to face the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, plank the hands. Take the leg back and lower down. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for downward dog. We're going to come through and find a seat. So, whatever way you can, come down, find that seat. Legs are straight out in front of us and strong. Arms are resting at our sides, gazing toward the tip of our nose. This is Dandasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to fold forward. Catch your big toes or somewhere else along your legs. Take an inhale, up nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Maybe the head relaxes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, we're going to take the fold a little deeper. So catch somewhere else along the legs, or maybe you're grabbing the feet or around the feet. And then exhale to fold once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the head up. Exhale. Let's take a vinyasa. Hands in front of the hips. Cross the legs above the ankles. Inhale to pick up, swing through. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Purvottanasana. Again, inhale, come through. Sit it down. This time hands are coming behind you. We're going to come up by using the strength of the legs. Our feet are planted on the mat or the floor. Inhale, come up, extend the neck back. Purvottanasana, 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. You can also, alternatively, bring your feet about hip width distance apart. Keep the knees bent and come up for a tabletop. Extending your neck is optional. Let's take a vinyasa here. Plant those hands in front. Inhale to pick up and swing through and go back. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for downward dog. Ardha Baddha Padottanasana. Inhale, come through and find a seat. The right leg is going to come into that half lotus position, and you're going to reach the arm around and behind. Maybe you catch that toe. If you don't, that's okay. Just keep working the twist as you fold forward. Breathe here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale, we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Perhaps the half lotus isn't happening for you. That's okay. Take a figure 4 stretch. You can sit up tall with it here, or you can lay it back and grab under the thigh of your right leg and pull that in towards your chest and feel a stretching in the outside of the hip. You breathe here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So wherever you are, you're breathing. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Take a vinyasa. Inhale, pick up, swing through. Exhale, go back. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for downward dog. Tirayang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana, a mouthful. Your right leg is going to be folded back behind you this time. You can try jumping directly into this posture, or you can take a more traditional jump through too. Right leg's going to be folded back behind you. If you notice that you're really uneven, grab one of your yoga blocks and you're going to slide it underneath your straight legs butt cheek, if you will. And then fold forward. Wherever you are, block or no block, we're breathing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the gaze up, exhale. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Left leg folded back behind you this time. And then exhale over that right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the gaze up, exhale. Take a vinyasa. Cross those legs, pick it up, swing it through, take it back. Inhale for your back bend, and exhale for downward dog. Janu Shirsasana A. Inhale to come through and find a seat. We're going to bend the right leg. Knee's going to come out to the side at about a 90-degree angle. Inside of the right foot rests against the inside of the left thigh. And we're exhaling to fold over that straight left leg. Now you can catch anywhere along your leg. You can catch your opposite wrist. You can grab the foot. This is all just very dependent upon where you are in your flexibility journey. Just breathe. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Let's go ahead and switch sides. That left knee is bending out to the side. Left foot against the inside of the right thigh. And exhale to fold over that right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to take your gaze up. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, pick up. Take one of those vinyasas, swing the legs through. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for downward dog. Janu Shirshasana B. Inhale, come through, find a seat. This time we're gonna sit on the heel. So you're lifting up and finding that sweet spot, if you will, so that you can sit on your heel a little more comfortably. The knee is at slightly less of a degree. So not that 90 degree, but coming in closer to like maybe 75 degrees. And then folding over that straight left leg again. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Sitting on the left heel. And folding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, take the gaze up. Exhale. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, go back. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale, downward dog. Coming through, Janu Shirshasana C. This is probably one of the more unique postures. So your hip is going to have to be open enough to allow for rotation to happen there and not in the knee. If you feel any kind of stress in the knee, go ahead and back off for now and allow the hip to open up more. You don't want to be feeling a lot of stretch in your knee during your yoga practice. So if hip mobility allows, you're going to press the toes into the mat and the heel is going to come into the thigh and it rotates in such a way, and then fold over your left leg. Sometimes we just need a little bit of elevation, and then we're able to find the rotation. So you could try sitting on a block or blankets and seeing if that allows you to get the mobility in your hip that you need. If you're still feeling it in the knee, I usually take people to a figure 4, and then we work on just pulling back the toes and stretching the fascia of the foot, and maybe we get a little hip stretch here too. So wherever you are is perfectly great, and fold forward if you can where you are. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the gaze up, exhale. Let's switch sides. Again, take what works for you. Sides may be different as well, and that's totally okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale to pick up. Exhale, swing through and go back. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for down dog. Marichyasana A. Coming through, finding that seat. We're going to bend the right knee and hug it up towards our body. This is position 1. You might stay here. If you're ready for the next step, take your arm inside of your bent right knee. Reach that right arm forward and towards your foot. Maybe you can grab it or somewhere along your leg. This is step 2. If you feel like you've got a good reach, go ahead and turn the thumb down and bring the arm around behind you, bending the elbow. Take your left arm and catch your hand or grab the wrist. If you're here, go ahead and see if you can start to bow forward and breathe. 1, breathe wherever you are. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Bending that left knee. You might be here, you might be here, or you might be in the bind. Exhale, bow if you are bowing. Breathe where you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Let's take a vinyasa. Cross those feet. Inhale, pick up and swing through. Exhale. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale for downward dog. Marichyasana B. Inhale, come through. The left leg is going to come into half lotus. If that is something that is in your practice, you're going to bend your right knee, and we're taking that same bind that we did in Marichyasana A. Take that right arm inside, wrapping it around, and binding your hands. Exhale, bow towards the floor. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale to come up, and switching sides. Now perhaps you don't have the half lotus. No worries. You can take that leg underneath and still work that same bind and fold and breathe here. If you'd like to work on the half lotus here, you can take a figure 4 variation. Maybe you're working towards it and just working on sitting up tall here and getting comfortable in the half lotus. So take what option works for you and you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale up, exhale. Vinyasa time. Inhale to pick up, exhale, swing through, go back. Inhale for your back bend, exhale for downward dog. Marichyasana C. Inhale, come through. We're twisting. We're going to bend the right knee. I like to start working the twist a little bit first, working on sitting up tall and getting my chest outside of my knees and breathing here. If this is challenging for you, maybe you stay here. If this feels easy, maybe you start wrapping your other arms so that you don't have that hand as a balance point, and breathe here. Maybe you've got the flexibility, you're taking the arm around outside, bending the elbow, taking it behind you, and clasping the hands and breathing in the bind. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Unfurl yourself, other side. Again, you're breathing where you are, and that is perfectly okay. These binds can take a while to achieve. They require a lot of spinal flexibility, shoulder flexibility, and a balance between strength and flexibility. And go ahead and release that side. Vinyasa, crossing the legs, pick it up, swing it through, go back. Inhale for your back bend, and then exhale for downward dog. Marichyasana D. Inhale, come through, find that seat. So this is the culmination of all of the Marichyasana postures. So the left leg would come into a half lotus, or you could take it under, and we're working that same twisted bind. So perhaps you're eliminating the lotus and you're working on that bind. Perhaps the leg is in half lotus and you're working on the twist and the half lotus leg. Maybe you're throwing it all together. The leg is in half lotus, the right leg is bent, you've got the strong twist, you're able to take the arm around the outside and the lotus and catch the bind. Breathing here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Undo yourself. That really runs out the guts. And repeat on the other side. Same thing. You can work any of these expressions or angles. There's a lot to explore, so don't allow yourself to get too frustrated if you're still working on achieving the binds. As you can see, they're pretty challenging, and I've been practicing for over a decade. 3, 4, and 5. Undo yourself there. And let's take a vinyasa. Inhale to pick up. Exhale to go back. Inhale for your back bend. And then exhale for down dog. Navasana, boat pose. Inhale, come through. Extend our legs, extend our arms, breathing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, we're just gonna pick up and then set it back down. We get to repeat this pose 5 times. So at first, you can bend your knees if you need to. Just work on sitting up tall. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, set it back down. 1. I think it's useful too to pretend like you're squeezing a block. This helps engage your lats. 4 and 5. Inhale to pick up. Exhale, set it back down. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pick it up, set it back down. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, go back. Inhale, find your back bend. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, come through. And lie down. Let's take a few breaths here just to recenter before we begin some back bends. Go ahead and bend your knees. You can come up for a bridge pose here, or you can come up for full Urdhva wheel, or upward facing bow pose. I'm gonna choose bridge pose today because it's better on my shoulders. My personal choice. Your personal choice also, as it's your personal practice. So on an inhale, we're gonna come up into the back bend of your choice. Hold here for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Go ahead and sit up. And we're going to fold forward. Release tension. Breathe into your back body. Send some air into the back ribs. 10 deep breaths. Exhale fully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Inhale the gaze up, exhale. Let's go ahead and roll on back. We're gonna find a shoulder stand. So we're gonna take our legs up overhead. Our hands are gonna support our back. And we're gonna make sure that we're not cramming our neck, but that it's free to move and we're not putting all of our weight there. We wanna feel most of the weight in the shoulders. If you don't quite have the flexibility to extend the legs totally straight, that's okay. You can hinge more at the hips. That'll also help pull weight into your shoulders. Do what you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, perhaps you were like, that was a little uncomfortable for me. Grab a blanket or two. You're going to line up the top of your shoulders with the top of your blanket here so that as you come up into shoulder stand, there is more room for your neck. So if that feels a little uncomfortable, try it with the blanket for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's come on down. We're gonna find a comfortable seat. That could mean a lotus position perhaps for some folks. If that is available to you, go ahead and take that. And then you can take your arms behind you and maybe you catch your toes. Maybe you catch your opposite elbows. If you're not in lotus, grab opposite elbows. And we're just bowing forward. You could also sit on top of a blanket if you need to here. 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale to come up. Padmasana. So once again, if you're in lotus, that's great. If you're in easy seat, that's also great. Index finger and thumb together. In Yang Mudra, gaze towards the tip of the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Utplitihi, our last big effort today, attempting to pick up the lotus or the cross legs. You're going to bring your hands in front of your hips. You want to think about pulling your knees up towards your chest. And breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and exhale to lower down. Now, perhaps that feels like an impossibility. That's okay. Just work on pushing the ground away. Work on pulling those knees up towards your chest. Even if you don't lift, you're building strength. It's also much harder if you don't have the lotus. So just work to push, do what you can. Maybe you can lift. Once again, maybe we borrow those blocks that are our friend, and that gives us a little bit of elevation, and we're able to work our lift a little bit more here. So do what you need. Next, we're just gonna lie down, facing the opposite direction, and take a little bit of rest. With each exhale, allow your body to relax a little bit more completely. And with each exhale, see if you can let go a little bit. Slowly begin to reawaken your body and begin to invite gentle movements back into your extremities, the fingers and toes. And gradually introducing a little bit larger movements. Perhaps taking a full body stretch if that would feel good. And bending your knees and rolling off to the right side. Resting for a few breaths here. And then gradually making your way up to a comfortable seat. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today for this half primary series practice. We made it through a lot of the sequence. I hope I provided you with some good variations for the poses along the way and introduced you to a little bit more of the practice so that you're feeling inspired on your Ashtanga Yoga journey.